Today I'm going to be showing you how to list an item. I know most of you probably know this. I know most of you probably do this, but some people maybe not do other things that I do. And obviously newbies who are thinking about becoming a reseller will not know any of this. I'm going to go through a few actual things I'm going to list now. So I'm going to list something that's very, I would say, commercial, or something that's very easy to find. Show you the process is what I do, from taking the picture all the way to listing it every section. And then I'm going to do something niche where it's hard to find that item, don't know what to price it and what to actually put in the listing itself. This way I'm covering all grounds, from very simple listings to very hard listings. And then you can put it on eBay, not worrying that it won't sell. So I'm going to go first with something very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the screen and I'm going to use my phone as a camera to actually show you what I'm doing. The first item I'm going to list is something quite simple, a board game. Something that's quite easy to find, very easy to take pictures of, and very quick to list. First thing I would say is, if you cannot find the board game, you can easily go on to Google and take a picture of the actual item. So take a picture of the main part of it, and as you can see in Google, it will come up with pictures of that actual one. So I will click on the top one like that. This will then take me to the actual game. eBay is at the top because you want to go through eBay, and it'll tell you obviously somebody that's selling it, or sometimes it can be somebody who is actually not selling it or has sold it. And yeah, as you can see, it's a Disney Trivia Pursuit DVD board game complete, but no board pieces. So what I would do then is I would actually copy the actual title, then search it, but I would take out the obviously missing board pieces and just leave it as complete. Search, and then it should come up with a list of that same game, all different prices of what people are selling at. Don't be worried about different prices, that some are cheaper than others, because some people will be sellers on here, some people will just be selling their old, stuff out of the house. And remember, some of these are going to be missing parts, some are not. So as you can see there is one which is complete and it's selling for $8.99. This could be a seller, or it could be just some random person selling their stuff out of their house. But what you want to go down to is you want to go down to solds. This is where it shows you how many of these have sold recently, used obviously. So there's only one been sold. And then I always put buy now. So as you can see, this Trivia Pursuit, even though it has got other ones underneath which are actually the same one, because of the way it's been listed with Disney Trivia Pursuit so and so, it comes out with one very similar, so with the same titles and everything like that, and it sells for $3.99. But as you can see underneath, the same actual board game is selling for around, it looks around £8 to £9 to £10. So this, if you look at it, is actually, I would say, a £10 board game. Like I said, you do not want to look at the small prices. You want to look at the medium price. So the average price of what it's selling for. Obviously, these are not actually the same board game, but it seems to be selling between £8 and £10. So I would suggest to actually put it around that price. It seems it sells very well around the £10, £8, £9 mark. So I would put this on for about $9.99. I know mine is complete and everything is in okay condition. Obviously second hand, there's going to be a few scuffs here and there, but mine's complete. So what I would do then is I would press on one of the $9.99 ones or the £10 ones, whichever looks more appropriate. I would say that one, and then at the top you see sell one like this. Most of the time I would do this because it's the easiest way. As you can see now, you've got the place where you put your pictures, then you see the title, which is crucial because if you don't put in the right title, as you saw in the other one, you only got one sale, which there wasn't. There was actually a lot more sales. So you put in what the actual name is called of the game. So Trivial Pursuit is what you are looking for. That's what, if you think about what keywords mean, you have it on YouTube and everything like that. Keywords mean they are what you would type in. So if you was looking for something, what would you type in? So if I was looking for a Trivial Pursuit game, I wouldn't put in Parker because I wouldn't even know who made it. I wouldn't put in Disney. I might do, you could put in Disney Trivial Pursuit, which is another good one. Or you could put in Trivial Pursuit Disney. I would put this, the way the title is here, I would put this in. So you put in the Trivial Pursuit, which is obviously why that is what it is. Then I would put the Disney edition because it's putting exactly the same as what it says there. So you can put it as Disney Pursuit DVD Disney edition, or you could put Trivial Pursuit Disney edition DVD board game, which they have put there. Also, you got to look at the companies. There is a lot of companies on here. So it's made by Parker, but it's also made by Hasbro, and it's also got another mate called Imagination. So you'd have to think what one is more important. Hasbro is a very big company. Parker, a very well-known company for board games. So I would probably just put in the Parker one and the Hasbro. I wouldn't put in the Imagination because I personally don't know what that is. And I'd always put the date of when it came out, because with games like this, they could probably release one every year or every couple of years. So you want to make sure it's the right one, because if somebody's looking for this precise one, then they know what it is and they're going to type in the actual date when it was made. So what I would do now is I found the thing, I'll save it for later, and we'll get on to actually taking the pictures. So as you know, with board games, you get the board, the box. Sometimes you get figures. So like I said here, we get the figures, and you get cards and bits and bobs. With board games, I would say most are quite simple to list. This is why I'm doing one. So what you want to do is I would show as much as possible in the photo. Some people just show the board. Some people just show the board. Some people just show the box. And I feel like when you're wanting to buy something, I want to see what's in it. So I always put a display of what all is in that box. So you can show the box so people know what it is. I open up the board like this, and then I put some cards down in a certain area. With Monopoly and stuff like that, I usually section them into the areas. Then I will put the figures center stage with the dice. So you don't want to put smaller things at the back and then bigger things at the front, because you won't see the smaller things, you know, unless you're taking it from a bird's eye view. With the little bits and bobs, like obviously with Trivial Pursuit, you get loads of little little counters like that. I would bag them up. Buy yourself some little bags and bag them up. This shows that they're in there, and it just makes it look nice and neat. So I'll put that there. If it got instructions, show the instructions, because a lot of people don't know how to play the game. So that would be how to take the picture. Obviously get a good spotlight. As you can see, I'm lit up because the spotlight is behind me. It's showing that. And then I would go on the camera and I would make sure not flat like that, because it wouldn't really, it doesn't look as good. So I'd take it from like a bird's eye view and then take a picture. I would take pictures up close of the figures, different angles of the cards, so you can see how many there is, how many pieces there is, because people will count them. And also, I've just done a rookie mistake, and I've just done it on camera, so I'm glad I did it. If you're getting it from charity shops, take off the price because people will see that. Obviously, it has damaged the box already with an older price. That's what I hate about charity shops. They don't care about if it's a classic game and it's like quite valuable. A sticker on it and it destroys the box. So then take a picture again. And that is basically it. I also would take a picture of it in the box. Some board games don't come with the bit inside, you know, where it's all nice and neat. And then finally, what I would do is just take a picture, because you've had all stuff on top of the actual board, is I would take a picture as best you can. Yeah, I would stand up, but I can do it from here. And take a picture of the board game. Maybe take a picture of the board at an angle, just showing the board is like that. I have noticed while doing this that it's a DVD, Trivial Pursuit, and it didn't have the DVD. Now I've got to find out how to list this without a DVD, which really makes this game pointless, because you probably do need the DVD to play the game. This game might not sell at all. So what I will do now is I will go back to where I was selling it, and I'll show you what I'll do anyway. So I saved it in the drafts. Move that time screen out of the way. So we're back to the start again. Let's put in the pictures first. So we put in the pictures, take that one, put it like so, how I took it, upload it. Always check that there's nothing in the backgrounds or anything, so that's fine. And that's done. Now I've got to make sure that it's not complete. So what I would do is I would put the same as what it is there, but then I put no in big capital letters, DVD. Then it's down to the category, so we click on that, see if it is in the right area, because some people do put it wrong. So it's in toys, games, board games, yeah, so that's absolutely fine. Then it's on to item specifics, and it says condition, so you need to put used. Parker, luckily this one's put the EAN code in, that is what the barcode is. So then what happens is eBay know what that game is, so they fill it out for you. A lot of the times you don't need to put it anyway. So as you can see, a lot of it's filled in, but you still need to check. So it says complete game there. So what I will do is I will put missing DVD, and you want that blue circle to be full. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, you can never fill it, but a lot of times you will be able to fill it up, and this will make your actual item stand out, because there's so many different categories it can pop into. So this category will pop into board games, Trivial Pursuit, Disney, DVD. You can even put the characters, which, you know, Disney characters. So even if somebody wants to look for Pinocchio, you can put Pinocchio in. So we're just going to look down what he's or she's put in, and it looks like everything's filled in. The I don't think it's really important where most stuff is like made. You know, some things, yes, it can be important, but it's got enough information already. So we'll go out of that one. Now, description. If you're really good at English, do it yourself. But if you can't be bothered, like me, use AI and it will do it for you. But always check. So you know something's missing. So it hopefully, just because I've got no CD or no DVD in it, it should come up with that. So this Trivial Pursuit board game in Parker, but perfect. But yeah. This game includes a DVD, but unfortunately it is missing, so you will need to use your own timer. So I wouldn't have put that because I don't even know how you play this game. So it's done it for me. It's in good condition, yeah, and everything like that. And then you can put something at the end if you really want to, but that's pretty much said it. And sometimes I usually put excellent condition or in very good condition, or the box is slightly battered or something like that, but it's okay. So I'm going to leave that. Now the pricing, you can put it on auction or you can, you know, buy now. So it's a buy now. But then you can see the median price. Median means, if you remember your maths, median is middle, the middle range. So this is what it usually sells for, around about £5.58. So that is the happy territory where it sells for. As you can see, last sales are auction, it went for £4.99. Auction, it went for £6. So, and normal, it went for £4. And these are complete. So for me to really sell this game, you know, it's not going to be very good. So I'm going to put it on for about £3. I probably wouldn't even put this on eBay because I'm not going to make no money. But like I said, I bought a load of board games, and this whole set of 50 board games, I think I've got about 40 left. They don't owe me anything now. So if I sell one for £2 and, you know, make a couple of quid profit, I'll make a couple of quid profit. So I'm going to put it on for £3. You can put offers. So I might put offers on, say if you want to put £2. I'm not going to make no money out of this. I'm probably going to make pennies. So yeah, you can put it on multi-buy. So maybe they might buy a few more items. On this game, I probably wouldn't. But if I was thinking about, like, you've got like some figures of like Lego figures and you've got loads. So there might be a collector and you've got lots of Lego figures. They know if you buy a lot of them, then they're going to save some money, so you can do that. And then schedule is basically what time you want to put it on. So if you want to put it on now, leave it. If you want to put it on at a certain time, you can put it on like that. The next part is delivery, and you need to make sure that you don't lose out on delivery. So for a board game like this, it's one of them where it could be a 2 kg one and get through with that, but I know some board games where the length has just gone over, so then it has to be like it needs to be 449. So what I will do on this is I will put it on as a small parcel, and I always put mine as second class. When it's something that's not worth anything, I always put my stuff on second class, no tracking. And what I will do is I'll put it up a little bit to £3.99. Some people do free postage, but you will lose out on money, you know. And if somebody really wants this, then they don't care about postage anyway. You know, they're expecting to pay postage. Also, I've got international delivery, so global shipping program is on. You have to have so many sales and feedback to get that, or you have to actually work it out yourself. Location is if somebody wants to pick it up. I'm not really bothered about that because it's easier to send it. And then we can go down to preferences. This is what you want it to, if you want people to pay immediately, you can change your return policies and your dispatch time. You know, if you only like sending stuff once a week, you can put, I would say put 5 on. But I like to know that people, when they buy something, they're going to get it sent out to them like within 1 to 2 days. Next is something that I get asked a lot. Do you promote your stuff? I promote everything. Some people promote it 2%. I always promote it free because everybody else is promoting it too. I put it on for free. That means eBay are gonna put mine before theirs. Don't put it up too much because they already take enough off us. So yeah, and I see a lot of my sales are promoted, so it does show it does work. And then you list it, and it should do it. And there you go, it is done. So it's on and it's ready to get sold, but I doubt it'll get sold. So I'll probably actually sell that on Vinted for £1 because it's a bit hard. Somebody might have another one where they're missing some pieces. Like I said, if I sell that for £1 on Vinted, I'll make £1 profit. So that is how to list an item, which is pretty much basic and simple to do. The next item is going to be something that's a bit tricky. I'm not going to go through the whole process and listing it again, but I'm going to show you the tips on how to do it. Next item is going to be something very niche, something that's going to be not many on eBay listed, maybe none at all. I've had a few of these in my past, and they are really tricky to try and find information if you don't know nothing about. Also, knowing how to price them. That is the biggest thing. If you don't find something about this actual item, how do you know how much it's worth? So there is plenty of ways to do this, and I'm going to show you now. The person who's going to buy this is going to be a collector. So we need to find out how much this is worth, how much is it worth compared to other ones, because maybe it's got more bits, and how to photo this, because the photos will sell this item. When it's something old, I always give it a wipe over to make sure it is actually clean, no dust. Obviously there's a price tag on the top, so I will make sure that that is off. So with stuff like this, if it's got a lot of lights or it's something that's visually will maybe sell it more, I will make sure it's on and it looks like it's working, because when you're scrolling through, somebody will look at the one that stands out, and because it's working, where they don't have to go into pictures and click on their actual item to see if it is working. This obviously will be the first picture they see, and they'll see it's lit up and they'll know, well, this is working, so I'm going to go on this one. So what I'm going to do, you didn't see this yesterday, but I'm going to switch it on because it is pretty cool. And as you can see,
system check. Arms closing. Arms opening. System check complete.
We are going to take some pictures of this now, and I'm going to take it from every angle with the lights on. So I'm going to take a picture of it from there. This actually robot moves, so I can't actually show it moving. You can put videos in, and if you do, yes, you can put videos in, but you have to pay extra. And I'm not paying extra. Like I said, eBay take enough money off me. So this is the actual remote control. I will show you what you do with these as well. But this bends down, so it'll show that it actually bends down. It leans back, so I will show it leaning back. The tray comes out, so I will take a picture of the tray separate, a couple of pictures like so. Put the tray back in. This is like the ultimate Nerf gun. These are 3 bullets that on here, it's got on the back, it's got a fire button, and they spin around and fire all 3, and they come at you. That noise, what you hear, it's got a microphone. So like wherever it is. Oh, it is this button. Hello, subscribe to my channel, like, subscribe, share. It's awesome, isn't it? Also, the arms move in and out, so
Closing.
we got to show that. Take a picture of the bullets, because when it comes to stuff like this, especially old stuff, little bits like that, sell it. I've had a look at the actual listings, and not any of the other ones that are selling have got all the bullets, and these are the original bullets. So that is, if you ever know about like little things like bits and bobs, the little bits and bobs can sometimes be worth more than the actual item. Not in this instance, but like in little figures, a little like knife or a little like sword or something like that with a figure, you can actually sell that for as much as the actual figure's worth, because the figure's easier to find. So after that's done, I will open him all back up.
Opening.
Show it how wide it does open. Oh! Just shot me. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, right in the face. So that, with the battery charger, I always say show it like that. So take a picture of the back with the actual back part. Take a picture of the front, picture of the instructions. If we now go back on to trying to find this could be quite hard. We obviously know what the actual name of it's called. It's called a Rad Robot. So we could just type in Rad Robot, which would be easier. Rad Robot. And it will come up. As you can see now, there is parts. So this sells for 50, well, he's trying to sell it for 15 quid. Rad remote controlled, working and boxed. So somebody's trying to sell it for £40, but that's on bids. Another one, £39, that's restoration. Somebody's trying to sell one for £120, that's with everything and the box. So when you're looking at that one, you're thinking, well, he could have overpriced that. That could be the right price. So I'm going to click on it and see what he's got. So he's got the robot. The robot is in a bit better condition than mine because it's not discoloured. He's got the pack, the battery pack. He's got the controller, the instructions. He's got the box, which makes it more desirable. But what I have noticed is he's got only 2 bullets, it looks like. And the bullets are in poor condition. So, and it's got lot of scratches on as well. So pretty much mine is probably, I would say, in better condition than that in scratches and that. I know there is a way of actually getting your colour back to when it was actually made. There is a way. I don't know how you do it, but I've seen people do it on YouTube. But obviously this is what people want to sell it for. So it's a difficult one. So what I have to go on to is I'll have to go on to solds, because this is something that probably doesn't get sold that much. So we're going to go on to obviously condition, which is used, and buy now. It's coming up with these little robots a lot, but there you go, there's one. So I know I can sell this for parts for £30, but this obviously works. Parts, £10. That one is £16 for that. Restoration, so it's broke. So we're trying to find one. Parts. Like I said, so it looks like, oh, there you go, parts. So to have one that works, no controller, definitely it is a rare item to have that works. What I would do with this, I would probably sell it for around, not £120 because he has got the box. I would probably sell this for around about the £100 mark with quite open offers. So I picked this up for £15, so I want to make a good profit on it anyway. So I know it can sell for parts for £30, so I know it's worth more than 30 quid. 60 quid for something that's working and it's got all the stuff? No, because you're not really making much more money. You know, for something like this, which is quite rare, it shows on the solds that there's none sold which are working, and there's only probably 2 that actually are working. So for this to be a reasonable price, I would put it on for about £100 and have open offers. I don't have offers open, but with stuff like this, I will probably put open offers to probably from something like £65. So if somebody comes in with an offer of £65, which is low estimate, I know that they've probably been trying to bid lower, but they couldn't because you can't do that. So I would then probably counter offer with them and say, well, I'll meet you in the middle. I want 100, you want to pay 65, let's say £80, and it's yours. And if they don't want to, then they're just trying to get something for cheap and they're not worth it. A proper collector will know what this is worth, and they probably have already got one, but they want bits from it to make a proper, complete, you know, the best robot for their display or something. So they probably, a real person who's really serious about it will probably come in with an offer of like £80. They've noticed the other ones are going for like 120, so I would probably accept that. But yeah, that's all you have to do really. When it comes to listing, you have to really look at other people's listings, see what their condition is compared to yours. You know, you got bits and bobs missing, as yours more complete, better condition. As you know, if you've got everything, you got the box. So if, for instance, if mine had the box and he's wanting 120 for his, I could put mine on for 120 and mine would always sell before his because mine's complete. So you just got to look at things. Obviously, when it comes to stuff which is a bit more niche, it's harder to find. But if you really do not know what to price it on, there is websites that you can go on which tells you last sales, which could go up to about, I think, 2 or 3 years back. But I think you have to pay for that. And also you could put it on auction. I put one of my rare toys on last year on auction because I didn't know how much it was, because they were selling boxed, a couple for about £1,000. You know, only a few was ever sold boxed, so £1,000. Mine wasn't boxed and the bullets was missing, so I didn't know how much it could be worth. So I put it on auction and it sold for £230. So yeah, that's what you got to do. I hope this has helped. I know it's a long video, but listing, it does take a long time. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, obviously hit that thumbs up, share, comment down below, and I'll see you again next time with another video. Goodbye.